Okay. So Mary, if you could put the agenda up on this share screen. Okay, so today's meeting is really a workshop where we will get an update from our Parks Department and Facilities Department on the ADA transition plan. Board members, you'll recall, well, committee members, recall that we worked on the ADA transition plan that facilities had put together. That's actually posted on our website. And there were some corrective actions to be taken in buildings and parks. There has been some work, and I know there's also, you know, work in progress, work planned. And so today's meeting is an update on where we are there. So whoever would like to start first, either Jason or Steve, the floor is open.
So after completing the plan and turning it in to everybody, there was a lot of stuff on there in our buildings that we could do in-house and that we work on every day. We've got a lot of them done now, and that's the doors, the proper pressure to open the door, and the proper closure time to open the door. So we've been able to go in to a lot of the doors that the public uses, and we're able to adjust the door closers so that it's 5 pounds or less to open the door, and then make sure that it closes within the time frame allotted for somebody that's, you know, ADA, that we don't want the door to slam on them real quickly. So we've been able to do a ton of that work because there was a lot in both courthouses, and we have gotten completed at both of the courthouses, and we're working on all the other buildings in-house, getting all that adjusted. We've had to buy several of the new door closers because some of the older door closers just weren't working properly, and we wanted to make sure that all of the doors were ADA accessible. One thing that we have on the plate right now that we're working on is the tourist development. We're getting prices right now from WWGA to put the ADA push button on the outside of the door that's in that hallway right next to tourist development, because it already has a ramp going into it. And so there'll be a button there that will open that up. For security reasons, since they share that hallway with court services, we will be adding a card swipe to the court services door that goes into their lobby, as well as we will be adding a door in the hallway to separate the remaining offices and stuff from court services and the new ADA entrance for that. And we will be changing out the door for tourist development so that it's a split door, so that when the doorbell goes off, that somebody's coming in the ADA entrance, they can open the top portion of the door and talk to the people, just like if they were at the front counter.
So Steve, can I ask you real quickly, the ramp is by that middle hallway between court services and tourism, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And so the push button will be on that outer door?
Yes, the push button will be on the outer door. It will be talked with court services. Just need to finish up with tourist development. That tourist development will, every morning when they come in, they'll dog down the door closer so that it stays open during the day, unlocked during the day. So all somebody has to do is hit the ADA button and the door will automatically open.
Okay, and when they enter in that hallway, there will be some type of barrier keeping them from going all the way to the court services door, but they
Yes.
can make a right to get
Yep.
into tourism.
Yes, there's an archway
Okay.
just past that hallway going, that little hall section going into where tourist development's back door is,
Mhm.
or side door. There's an
Side door.
archway just past it. We're going to frame out and put a door right in that archway that will be locked. And
Okay.
then talking with court services, we're going to be adding two door handles on the interview rooms there that will, once they're closed, they'll stay locked. But if there's somebody inside there, they'll automatically open. But from the outside, it'll be automatically locked, and it'll be a key thing. So I think court services is happy with the safety and security measures we're taking to separate their building, their portion of the hallway that's needed from what we're doing with tourist development and having that nice ADA entrance.
Okay.
And then our major project, which we lumped a majority of all of the ADA transition money for 2020 and 2021, so that we could get it done, is right now Paul Stressing, an architect under the county, is designing all ADA needed renovations for the state attorney's building. That building has no ADA compliance to it. The only thing it does have is the push button on the outside doors. But once you get inside, none of the bathrooms on the inside for the public bathrooms, none of those are ADA. So we'll be redoing those bathrooms so they're ADA accessible. Then the restrooms and the front door and the lobby doors on each of the lobbies as you come up the elevator, none of those doors are ADA. We'll be redoing all of those doorways to ADA doorways, and then all the bathrooms on the second and third floor, and there's one bathroom on the first floor, back in the employee area, that will be changing to ADA. But in talking with the state attorneys, we're going to have one large ADA bathroom where the two are now, one large ADA bathroom with two smaller individual bathrooms in there, but the ADA bathroom will be gender neutral. And then the same thing on the third floor.
Okay.
And so that one's going to run probably about $350,000 to get all of that done. But that building will be, once that's done, the building will be entirely ADA compliant.
And this is work to be completed in
this year,
2022?
2022. Yep, 2022 fiscal year.
And can you talk a little bit about the work that's being planned right now at Community Support Services or the Health Department by that bus terminal?
Oh, yeah. Something that came up that's a project is the apron and the driveway, that circle driveway that the bus uses to transport people to the health department is in really bad condition. So we got it set up to replace that. But in replacing that, you know, the RTS, we had meetings with the city and RTS said that there was a bus stop out on the street, but after reviewing the bus stop out on the street, people who got dropped off there would have to cross 24th and then walk all the way up there. So we have it worked out with RTS that to do a smaller roundabout route within the parking lot that they say that they feel that the buses can handle, and which will still allow people to be dropped off right there closer to the front entrance than having to walk the entire parking lot to get up there.
And that work is scheduled to start when?
We still got to get it out to bid, so probably about 6 to 8 months from now.
Oh, okay.
We're still in the planning. We got the plans done. We're just in, getting more planning between the city and RTS.
Okay, and for the ag extension, yes, the ag extension building, and we had done the walkthrough review maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, 2
Yeah.
weeks ago, maybe.
Yep.
Remember I had that conversation with you about the oh gosh.
Transition between
Yes,
since there's no step down, getting the proper transition between the sidewalk and the parking lot.
And the park, right.
Yep. So a visually impaired person wouldn't just walk out into the roadway accidentally. So yes, I've had some talks with Ramon about it, and I guess they're starting to close up and get everything finished and do all the final stuff there. So I'm going to try and get a proposal to get that matting put down there so that it'll be easily detectable by a cane or the canes. And so that way there won't be that, oh my gosh, I'm just walking straight into the parking lot. They'll feel that transition there. And then I'm going to get that to him and see if he's got enough money left in the project to add that.
All right. Did you have updates on any other buildings? Was that it for you? And I don't know if anybody else has questions.
Yeah, that's it for now. The next thing will be to review again the transition plan and pick the next building that is the most ADA non-compliant with ADA and work on that for 2023.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Steve. All right, Jason.
Yeah, just to follow up, Steve, are you still on there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I believe the Cuskawilla ADA transition, some of that's getting handled by the general contractor that we're bidding out for.
Yes. So at Camp Cuskawilla, the main lodge is getting a brand new ADA entrance added to the main entrance because we could not, there wasn't enough room to actually do the proper slope and stuff for the sidewalks that are there. So we're doing a whole new to the side, off to the side in the flower bed. We're going to actually do a whole new ramp right there, an ADA ramp with a new ADA accessible door. Then inside, we will be doing a ADA restrooms to the 2 existing restrooms. And then we will be adding an ADA sidewalk down to the pool. So it's just going to be some small stuff to the sidewalk that's already to the south of the main lodge, and that will help everybody get down. And there is already a nice railed ramp right there at the bottom, which we will be connecting the new ADA sidewalk to. And then of course, we do have a really nice, and I don't know if you've been out there to see it, Miss Jackie, but there is a really nice ADA lift that was installed when we renovated the pool.
I was
It
just
holds up.
about to ask that.
Yep,
When, the last time I was out there, the work was being done, but I haven't seen the finished.
You got to go out there and
product.
see that. It has a rechargeable battery to it, and it's got some really nice controls, and it'll do up to 400 pounds. And it'll
Okay,
drop
so
you, it'll drop them right, it'll put them right down into the pool and pick them up, and it's adjustable so that it will help them get back in their chair or whatever they have to as they're mobile. And it is manufactured by the leading pool manufacturer equipment for ADA compliance.
Who is that?
Let's say RL. I'll get you the name of it, but yeah,
Okay.
I went around, looked it up, and finally found the best of the best and added it to the specifications. But I do know that ADA chair, the ADA lift that'll put them in the water, that itself was almost 10 grand.
Hmm.
So for the rest of the department, we're actually plugging away at the list like Steve, you know, every week we're assigning out tasks to the staff and adjusting dispensers and things that aren't mounted correctly. So we've gone through, we're making pretty good progress on that list on a lot of the smaller things. Those are quick fixes. We still need to get with facilities on our countertop at Freedom Center. It needs to be, I believe, lowered. I think it's too high. So we have to actually take that off and cut brick and then put it back on to get it to the right height. So whether you contract that out or, you know, we'll get with facilities and get that taken care of.
Are you talking about the outside one or the inside one?
The inside where the kitchen is.
Okay.
That's not mounted at the right height, so it needs to be lowered. So there's some of those things that are on the list that we're kind of saving and we'll kind of get with facilities on if that's going to be something they do or if they just recommend contractors. And then we can kind of tackle those all at once. By the end of the month, we'll have ADA sidewalk all the way out to Lake Alto to the point, to the gazebo. So people will be able to access that with no obstructions. We have plans at Post Springs to do some more sidewalks to connect the pavilions to the new boardwalk so that there's no obstructions to be able to get off. You can go straight from the boardwalk out to the pavilions. And then the new
Boardwalk
restroom-
is completely repaired?
completely, it's completely done. And then we'll be installing a new restroom over the next year. And then that will also be built with all current, you know, ADA codes and everything. So. And then some of the other things like we talked about in the past is that hopefully when we get the Wild Spaces renewal money, then we'll have the funds to be able to do something about the ADA accessibility for Poe into the spring. It's turned into more of a monumental task trying to get that accomplished than what we thought because of the elevation changes. So I think we've got some challenges there, but I think once we get some new funding in place in 2024, that we can make that a priority.
What about signage at the front, you know, telling folks how long it is, you know, the trek from there to the
Yeah,
springs?
we put temporary signs up last year. I have staff making the more permanent brown and white signs, like, you know, from the parking areas, like the one parking, it's 1.5 miles to the spring, but everyone's like 1.25 miles. And then there's a sign, I think, right there at the boardwalk as it starts to tell you how far it is. And then staff at the gatehouse, you know, we'll be able to tell people if they need to.
And I don't know if there was room to do that, but one of the requests from about the boardwalk and the trek was the possibility of maybe a landing spot halfway, you know, with a bench or something. I don't know if there was anywhere along the boardwalk where there was a carve out.
Yes, there's
put a
a
bench
couple of those, and we certainly could put a bench in.
Yeah.
I think we didn't include that. We were having problems with the contractor, so we just wanted them to get done. So we're gonna do that stuff in-house. That's a simple install for our staff that can just
Okay.
put some benches down. And then I think we're gonna have some educational signage as well along the way.
Yeah, I think that would address this gentleman's concern about he's walking but with limited mobility, and
Sure.
it was a long hike, and he would have
Mhm.
appreciated a bench or something along the way just to pause and pick up.
One thing I did miss getting to you, Miss Jackie, is the South Pool building out at Cuskawilla. There's 2 bathrooms there that serve that building, as well as they're the main bathrooms for the pool. Each of those are very long. They're the entire length, entire width of the building, and so the front half will be done ADA, and then the back half will be just regular. But the front half will be full ADA, and we're actually moving the doors because there is a wall there. And rather than try and tear that wall down, we're actually moving the doors so it'll be free and open and have the amount of room to get in and out of there for any wheelchair access.
What building is that?
The South Pool building.
Now, the ADA transition plan, all of these corrective actions, and so you will be going in, I guess, parks and facilities to actually update it in the plan? Because, we have those columns where we're supposed to go back in and add the work that's done, date and time, or put in anticipated dates as we know them.
Yep.
For
As we've been doing the doors, I've had them bring that back, and my staff assistant has been adding it to it as when we got those doors adjusted and everything in each of the buildings.
Okay, so when we have the updates to the plan, please go ahead and send that to us so that we can get that posted.
Okay.
Because what's online right now is basically just showing all the work that needs to be done. But
All right.
yeah, we'd like to reflect the work that's been done for those who, are going in and checking
All
out
right.
the.
Yep.
And Jason, do you want to talk about the grant that you had applied for? Was that Powers, at the Powers Park for Accessible
Yeah, that's,
Sidewalk?
I haven't heard anything back on that at all. But we submitted the grant, and I believe it was up to 20,000 was the max, and it was going to be we were going to use it to help get some more sidewalk put in at Powers Park. I think that was going to be connecting the parking lot to the first pavilion and the playground on that left-hand side of the boat ramp. The other side, the run that we want to do, is the connectivity to the fishing pier. We want to run sidewalk out there, but that's beyond what the funding we have. That'll be another wild spaces improvement if we get the renewal funds before we can do that sidewalk.
Okay. Anything else, Jason, Steve?
No, I don't think we have anything else. I'll work on getting that sheet. Jerome's been marking it off as we go, so I'll update the digital copy we have and send you the most updated version.
Okay, all right. And the, I guess the current version, that we have will be the one that's posted online on EO's page, and that's the one that you can, I guess, cross-reference. And as soon as we get the updated one, we will have that posted.
Okay.
Yep. And then I guess once I reach the 100% for the state attorneys. You want me to send a copy to you so you can present it, or do you want me to make one of the meetings and present it to the board or the committee? I'm sorry. Of all the renovations that'll take place in the state attorney once we have the drawings complete.
That's going to be work done in FY22, right?
Yeah.
Is it already underway?
Yep. Paul Stressing's already starting to do the design.
All right, well, just contact me, let me know when that is, and we will, make arrangements to have the committee updated.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Any questions, comments from anybody else? Jay, Jill, Melissa,
Good, thank you.
Bob, Mary?
No, I mean, it sounds like everything is coming along, and they're doing well, especially over, like you said, at the tourist, development and, court services, and being able to separate that. And so everything is coming along. I would love to go and see the park at Tuscaloosa to see what's been done
Field
out
trip.
there.
Bob, can we do a field trip? Or it has to be individual trips in our cars?
Well, it has to be noticed as a public meeting. And you have to make arrangements to have the public tag along.
A field trip?
Yes,
Wow. Okay, so I guess on the other hand, we could just go and visit the parks on our own and see for ourselves, right?
yeah.
Rather than make it a.
Anytime two of the members are together, has to be noticed as a sunshine meeting.
Yeah, and I would say just let us know when you guys want to come out, Miss Jackie, because right now Public Works is working on the parking lot.
Oh, you're talking about at
Cuskawilla.
at Cuskawilla, okay.
Yeah, they're redoing the parking lot, so they got it all tore up right now.
Do they have programs in the fall, or it's closed right now?
It's
closed
closed
right
right now.
Okay.
The next program is set for March. It's going to be a spring break program.
Okay, all right. So if staff wanted to go out and take a look there, now would probably be a good time, just coordinate it with parks.
Yep,
Yeah.
just coordinate it with Jason or Lexi and let them know you're coming, so that way they can meet you out there and let you know what's going on with the parking lot. They have it set so you can still drive in. It just I'm not sure exactly when they're going to start paving it.
Okay. All right, well. I don't have any other questions, and I guess nobody else is on. Mary, no one trying to come in from the public? No?
I don't
Okay.
see anyone else.
All right, well, if there are no other questions, thank you, Jason and Steve, for the update, and we look forward to the updates in the plan so that we can get that document current and available online for the public. If nothing else, I guess meeting adjourned.
Thank
Or
you.
workshop.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.